Live.
Yeah, we're live. Yeah.
Okay. So, hello everyone. We are back with another episode of our podcast today.
Oh God, that's a nice start to this. Right? But hi everyone, welcome back to our new episode of our podcast. So, Samal, are you back?
Yes, I think I am.
We can go ahead
Yeah,
now.
go ahead.
Yeah. So, we are back with another episode of our podcast today, and we have a new guest joining us in Rishi. Hey, hi Rishi.
Hello everyone. Hi Somil, how are you?
I'm fine. So, we have Ashwin and Santosh here as well. You saw them in the last episode. Yeah. So today's episode is going to be about the first test of India versus Australia. And it was an absolute beauty from Australia. And a big embarrassment for the Indian fans, of course. Yeah. And so let us start off with the first innings. Let's ask our new guest. What does he have to say about the game? Rishi, over to you.
Um, Thank you. We didn't expect such pathetic end to such a good game, which was which was going towards India by yesterday night. We thought that India could post up to about 200, 250. So with that good 300 lead, 300 runs of lead, they could get them all out for about 150 or 200, and they could win the match. But it happened like completely opposite than what we thought. We got all out by in 36, and that was a pathetic loss for us.
Yes, absolutely. It was pathetic. A very embarrassing performance from India. It was a black day in the Indian Test cricket.
Yeah.
So now let's ask Ashwin, what does he have to say?
Well, what do we say? Nahi pata. I have no idea what happened. Like we were going all good. It looked like we are in a strong position. And to be fair, the first innings was good, right? We batted pretty decent. Other than that run out, I think if Kohli would have stayed there and if he wouldn't have got run out at that stage, we probably would have scored a lot more than we did. But yeah, 244 is what we scored, right? And I think that was a decent total. What wasn't an amazing total, but yeah, it was a good total. And Australia came on to bat, and we got them all out for 191. And the second innings, yeah, what do we talk about the second innings? There's nothing much to talk about that other than how badly we got embarrassed. To be fair, we played well in the first day and the second day, but Australia took
And
away the game in like that half an hour to 45 minutes period. They absolutely destroyed us.
yes, of course, they destroyed us. We all saw. So now, Santosh, what's your
Yeah,
thought about the
yeah,
game?
thanks, Omil. Yeah, to be very honest, I think India played better than Australia in the first innings. They looked more settled. There was no hurry in them, and even the bowling. I think the complete performance is better than Australia's in the first part of the match. And then yesterday night also, except Prithvi Shaw's wicket was fine. But then today morning, everything went downhill for India. It was like watching action replay of the same wicket again and again. They were nicking everything to the
Exactly.
keeper or to the slips. So yeah, they did bowl decent lengths, Australia, but it was not like unplayable or anything. I think we just had a very bad day, and so India should look at it. If they consider it they're a good team, and if they see this as a lack of form, then it will be bad for them. So it's just a bad day, so it happened to anyone.
Yeah, it can happen to anyone. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Where did it all go wrong, Rishi?
Yeah. So I think after like today, ball was also moving a lot. So I think after this one got out, this Mayank Agarwal got out. I think it was it started going downwards for us. Bumrah's wicket was still fine. He did his work last night. So if he got out also, it was still okay. But I expected Mayank Agarwal to at least stay there till 10 overs or 15 overs. And who was then with him? With I think Cheteshwar Pujara was with him,
Yes.
and
Right.
we do expect Pujara to stay long as he's known as the wall. But then ball was also moving. They were bowling very nicely. They were bowling to the line. Josh Hazelwood was bowling, with his line as he bowls, like generally. So yeah, I think when those wickets started falling, Mayank and then Pujara, then after those 2 3 wickets fell, that was the ending.
Yes, it was the ending. So, do you guys think that the selection of the team was one of the problems for India today?
Yeah, I was actually happy with the team because that's the team we had actually predicted in the preview. Except Prithvi Shaw
Okay.
playing in. Me and Santosh, we wanted KL Rahul to start instead of Shaw, and
Yes.
otherwise the team was the same team which we wanted. I don't think I can complain about the team. I think it was the right team, and
Hmm.
yeah, it went all wrong in that half an hour session. And yeah, last night when it was stumps, that I was when Bumrah came on as a night watchman, I was thinking let's not lose another wicket right now, and then we'll see tomorrow morning because the ball does a lot under the lights. But then today morning was even worse, and yeah, I didn't care that Bumrah got out. I think it was 15 for 2. I was
Yes.
like, yeah, only Bumrah got out. It wasn't Agarwal. But then we were 9 for 1, and then 15 for 2, 15 for 3, 15
15,
for 4, 15 for
15
5.
for 5. Yes.
And yeah, we got absolutely screwed in that 2 3 overs period. And Hazelwood came on in his first over. He picked up a couple of wickets, and yeah, it was a disaster, to be honest.
Yes, it was a disaster. Santosh, what do you think?
Yeah, the team was fine, was balanced. It's always India's combination: four bowlers and six batsmen. And since we're not familiar with the pink ball format, six batsmen is what we should have gone with, and they did go. But yeah, losing too many wickets, early in the day, it took a toll on the batting, and they tried to become very defensive and didn't try to attack the bowling. This was the case. Like even in the previous first innings, Pujara could rotate the strike a bit more, so that the bowlers, had a feeling that they're going for runs. But yeah, he played good. No, like nothing taking anything from him away from him. But then, yeah, that's what I felt.
Yeah. Do you guys think that Prithvi Shaw's incursion, when he was added in the team, did he like? What do you guys think about him? He's not in form. Why did they add him in the team?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want him in the team, but yeah, he's 21, and he is the next big thing
I
according
don't think
to
so. He's the next big thing.
according
I
to
didn't
what
see him the
I
next
heard.
big thing today.
He hasn't fulfilled his potential yet, but yeah, he look. I We can't just blame Prithvi Shaw. Yeah, I was
Yes.
very disappointed when he got out in both the innings, and he
But
hardly played 6 balls in the whole Test match. And yeah, he's young. He'll learn probably, but yeah, it's important that the openers give a good start, and we don't we in both the innings we didn't get a good start from the openers. Prithvi Shaw got out very early in both innings, and then Mayank Agarwal in the first innings he played like around 50
decent.
balls, but he couldn't convert that into a big score, and we couldn't get off to a good start. And in conditions like Australia, you have to get a good start because anytime the game just changes, and even Australia are a world class side, so you have to be at your best against them. But yeah, it went. We didn't get that opening stand which we hoped for, and yeah, but I can't, especially in the second innings, we can't blame a particular batsman. I think everyone is equally responsible for the downfall.
Yeah, it is. And Rishi, what do you think? Do you think that Prithvi
So
Shaw
yeah,
was
yes, his inclusion was actually, it was fair inclusion because considering the fact that he was playing in the tests in New Zealand, he did not perform bad there. Everyone was struggling. India lost actually 2-0. They lost, and his scores in the last test match which India played were actually decent. They were not bad. So he deserved a chance, but then he was not in a form which you guys said that So you cannot consider you cannot say that he's not in a good form, so we will keep him outside. Like IPL is different and Test match is different. So, but
Yes.
then we have to keep him outside for some time now, and then India once he makes his comeback, he'll come back into the squad. He has to be kept outside the squad for now.
I think
Got it.
there is a very like he has a I don't want to say wrong technique, but there is a flaw in his technique. He always exposes off stump. Like when
Yes.
he's
So
coming down to
Right.
the ball,
yes.
his foot is always in the air. His left foot is always in the air.
So
So
this is what
he has
Ricky
to
Ponting has
improve on
found
that.
out. This is
Yes,
what
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
Ricky Ponting has found out this in the DC camp. So this is one of the reasons which Dravid sir had mentioned that you should not keep foreign coaches in IPL, because these foreign coaches come to India, they expose the techniques and the flaws
the
in
flaws.
an Indian batsman who's
Yes,
playing the squad. They don't tell them, and then they go and help their home countries, like what Ricky Ponting did. He's a very brainy person, as we all
yes,
saw.
You can't. Yeah, that's an excellent point, to be honest. And yeah, you can't blame Ponting for doing that. He's just doing his job. But yeah, I think Dravid sir has a good point as well. I don't think foreign coaches should be involved because it just exposes Indian cricket. Right, that's
And
a good point.
it's not like we don't have good Indian coaches. We have so many good Indian coaches. We have Chandrakant Pandit sir, who is leading Vidarbha right now to their two successive victories.
yes,
Then we have so many good coaches. We have Wasim Jafar sir, who is now retired. He's a legend in Indian cricket, domestic
Yeah,
cricket, not international cricket.
domestic.
But yeah,
Yes,
we do have.
exactly.
We have Praveen Amre sir, who is he's the main person behind Shreyas Iyer. Then he's there in DC camp as well. We can make these people as coaches as well for India. We have Sanjay Bangar, who was India's batting coach.
Right.
So
right.
whoever is not there in the role right now or in the job payroll, they could be a good coach for IPL teams.
Shriyari makes a good point. Gill is way
It's
more
way more
matured.
matured. I
Yeah,
see more Virat Kohli in him.
yeah,
Shubman Gill.
and that's one more thing. It's not about Prithvi Shaw, but even Rishabh Pant. I don't
Yes.
find that maturity in Rishabh Pant. That's why I don't
Yeah.
think that he's got he has the potential. We all know that on his day he can destroy any team and with
Yes.
any bowling attack. But the problem is he doesn't get those on his days a lot. He
Yeah.
needs to get them more consistently. And yeah, maturity.
He
Yeah, that's a
hasn't
good point.
got his day in like forever now.
For a while now,
For
yeah.
ages.
But in the
In
IPL,
IPL too, he wasn't really in great form. He was playing very calm. He tried to play calm, but he didn't succeed.
Yeah, and it doesn't work out for him.
he got out because of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So moving on, we have some injury issues, I think, and I think Shami got injured today and Hanuma Vihari too. Who do you think should replace both of them?
Hopefully Shami is not injured. We'll need him. But if he doesn't recover, then Siraj and Saini. I'm not too sure. Then Umesh Yadav will have to open the bowling with the new ball because I don't think. I mean,
He opened the
Siraj
bowling
can
today,
swing a little,
but yeah,
yeah, for a couple of overs, and then Shami got it. But I don't think Saini will get the new ball. But if I had to pick over Siraj and Saini, I would go with Saini.
And what about you,
Yeah.
Santosh?
Yeah, same here. I'll go with Saini because at least he has the height and he can hit the ball at hard lengths if you throw it to him. And yeah, both of them are inexperienced, so we can't really judge them at this point. But I would pick Saini over Siraj.
And Rishi, what about you?
Yes, Saini. Because not only his bowling, he has good fielding. His running is very good. He bats as
He's more
well.
fit.
He bats well as well. You have seen him in the ODI. He probably has the best average in Indian cricket right now. 92 or something is average. So he has a good average as well while batting. So yeah, Saini or Siraj any day. He has experience also. He has better experience than Siraj at the moment.
Siraj. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
do you guys
would
think?
you take? Yes, Norman?
Uh,
We know yours. You can
I
leave.
I
We know
will.
your I
I
know that
don't
you're a
know.
huge fan of Siraj.
He'll go reverse.
No, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I think I'll go with Mohammad Siraj on this because yeah, I will
Okay.
go with him here because Navdeep Saini wasn't really in form. Hello.
And we lost him. Yeah, right. So he picked Siraj, and that's surprising, knowing that Saumil loves him. But
Yes.
yeah, I've got a question? Would you guys consider playing Jadeja if he's fit in the next match? Backing him to, he can be our fifth bowler, and do you think he can bat at number six and contribute?
Well, yes,
Yeah, I think.
if he's fit to play, and if he's batting well in the nets with the red ball, because Jadeja does bat well, but then Australian conditions are different and Indian conditions are different. So if he's batting well, then yes, of course we can consider him as the sixth batsman and the fifth bowler.
But would you play two spinners?
Yeah, why not? We can play two spinners. Like if Hanuma Vihari was supposed to bowl, then yes, we could play. And the ball was turning as well. It was not that ball was not turning. And I think Jadeja can turn it
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
Yeah,
And we all
Yeah,
know about his fielding. So yeah, I would
yeah.
actually pick Jadeja. Yeah, Santosh. Go ahead.
yeah, I'll agree with Rishi and you because he's a 3D performer, as people say, and yeah, fielding and his batting, he proved himself in the T20 and ODI series. Yeah, Test is different, but yeah, he can be handy with the bat, and his bowling is better than Hanuma Vihari, so I don't see why not he can't play.
Shri Hari says we still haven't seen Siraj or Saini with the pink or the red ball in international level yet. Yeah, exactly. Both are inexperienced, but yeah, they are probably the future of India. I don't know about Siraj, but I rate Saini because he's a bowler who can actually go on to the next level. And yeah, so what would you guys change the batting now that Kohli has gone? Or would you stick with Shaw and Mayank Agarwal as the openers?
Yeah, we have like
Santosh, you
I
can go
think
ahead.
yeah, I think next it would be KL coming in for Kohli. This will be the most reasonable change. And I think he should open the batting personally because he has batted there before and he has the experience. So I think he can do it. And instead of Shaw, I think it will be Gill coming in, and he's a flexible batsman. So I think they'll chop and change him around. He can play at four, and if even if Rohit Sharma comes, he can play according to it. So I think yeah, that'll be the batting changes.
What would you do, Rishi? Would you stick with the same opening combination, or would you look to make changes?
So what I think is, yeah, we can change Gill. We can get Gill instead of Shaw, and I think, yeah, we have to check with whether they are going to play Prithvi Shaw, or instead of, like, Virat Kohli is like going out, right? So we have to make one change for sure. So that is between Gill and Rahul, and I feel Gill is ahead of Rahul because he has played the this thing as well, the A side as well, which was supposed to be played. And I have a little bit confusion between if they'll support Shaw, and they'll give him some confidence for playing another match anyway. Because if they play a new batsman, they have to keep him out because Rohit Sharma is anyway going to come in. So I think
Exactly.
if they might go with Shaw and Gill as Virat Kohli's replacement, then they can probably get in Rohit Sharma instead of Shaw in the third Test match. So I think there'll be
What do you
only
think,
one
Samal?
post. Yeah, there'll be
Yeah,
only
yeah, go
one
ahead.
post change, which was supposed to be Kohli, and he'll be going out and Gill will be coming in. Is what I feel.
Samal?
Yeah, so the third test, Rohit Sharma will obviously he'll be back and he'll be taking the opening position. So I would go with I would obviously change Prithvi Shaw and get Shubman Gill in, and I would open the innings with him, and I'll change KL Rahul and with Kohli, and he'll play at number 4.
Right. Yeah.
And
There's one problem that for yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, and when in the third test, when Rohit Sharma comes in, Shubman Gill, either Shubman Gill or Mayank Agarwal will be dropped, depending on who is performing better.
Right. Yeah, I think KL Rahul. Look, that's one problem for India. We'll have to make changes in the second and the third because Rohit Sharma, when he comes back, he'll definitely start. So we'll have to make forced changes in the third test as well, and now we'll have to make changes in the second test as well. So that's not
Yes.
ideal, but yeah, I would actually bring in Shubman Gill and for sure, and I'll get KL Rahul back.
Yes, and one more thing is, I think if Shami gets injured, then the bowling combination will also have to be changed. And so, like, if we don't really, if you're going for a pacer, then you, like you said, we are either looking for Navdeep Saini or Siraj. And Hanuma Vihari also got injured, I think, right? Yeah. So
I don't think he's.
Injured.
I think he'll be back for the next. He'll be ready for the next match.
yeah, it'll be a concern for it. They'll have to look at it.
Yeah, I had a question, Somal. Would you consider bringing in Jadeja? Would you
Yes,
back
I
him to play as a batsman at number 6
Yes.
and he?
Absolutely, yes. If
Would you
he's
replace
fit,
him with Bihari?
yes. If he's fit, I'll replace him with Vihari because he'll offer the bowling. His bowling is very good, and he'll offer the batting too. And we have all seen him in the past 1 or 2 years what form he's in.
His batting has especially improved and gone to a next level.
Yeah.
And yeah, so talking about the second innings, what do you guys think went wrong? Was it that Australia were bowling amazing, or do you think there were faults at the Indian batsmen from the Indian batsmen as well? Somal, you
Well,
can start.
Yeah, well, I think that they were pretty. Australia was bowling very good, and there were 2-3 balls which fell right in the slot, and then India lost their wickets in that. And when they lost their top order, so India's middle order is not really good, so they are heavily reliant on their top order. If their top order isn't performing, then their middle order isn't very stable. After Ajinkya Rahane goes, it's they lose wickets like what? I don't know. Yeah.
Santosh, what do you think?
Yeah, I think same. As after Rahane, there's not much to follow. But if you bring Jadeja in, I think he can be a good person to be handy with the bat. I wouldn't say take responsibility and play, but yeah, be handy with the bat if someone's there at the other end. But yeah, at the moment, the middle order looks a bit shaken.
Rishi, what do you think? Was it the Australian bowlers or was it the fault of the Indian batsmen?
Look, I think Australian bowlers did their job. They did it pretty well, and the pitch was also supporting them, and the ball was also supporting them. I think pitch was supporting them in the sense pitch did not change. We expected that day one, day two, ball comes on the bat well.
Yeah,
But day three, ball coming on the bat is like too good for the bowlers, and morning hour is like obviously a bit dangerous for the batsman because the ball moves like anything. And then I think India did just one thing wrong, which is if they needed 250 runs on a day, and playing Test cricket, if you need 250 runs, then you have to play different, and you have to score 250 runs. Instead of that, you can dominate a bit and you can play like ODI or T20 and you can score 250 runs.
Yes.
Getting out, hitting the ball hard is okay, but then getting out in the when you're defending and getting out is not acceptable, I think.
And that's exactly what we did because most of the wickets from the second wicket till the fifth and sixth wicket, we kept nicking everything, and no one tried to change or show that intent. So yeah, look, Australian bowlers, I wouldn't take anything away from them because they were hitting the right areas and they were forcing the batsmen to play. And but more, I'm leaning towards the fault of the Indian batsmen because we didn't defend well. If you see Pujara's wicket, I just saw the wickets again, and when you see Pujara's wicket, his bat was facing the leg side, and if your bat is not straight, you'll definitely find the edge. You saw Rahane. That was a brilliant ball. Rahane had to go for the drive in that. He nicked it outside edge.
Yes.
You look at Mayank Agarwal. He nicked one. Kohli's he nicked it, like we know that's his
He
weakness
tried a
near the
cover
offside.
drive. Yes.
Yeah, but that was a little lucky, that catch. He didn't catch it actually. It went and got stuck in his hand.
Yeah.
And yeah, even
Saha gave
Australia
gave
bowled
away
really
his
well.
wicket.
Sorry.
Yes, I said Saha gave away his wicket.
Yeah, exactly. And Saha tried that. We kept nicking everything. It was the same thing which everyone kept trying, and we failed consistently. And that's one thing which was bad. So yeah, Australia, they bowled really well. They hit the right areas, but I think the Indian batsmen didn't play well. So that's my take.
Yeah, actually, interestingly, if you see the second innings of the Australian batting order, they played easily. It was looking like as if it is a batsman's advantage, and they are batting like there's nothing happening in the wicket. But I think yeah, it is India's. They should have chosen to dominate the Australian bowling lineup. I think if they would have dominated, then like trying to dominate, they might have scored somewhere close to 100 runs. Somewhere close to 100
Yeah,
runs. Not even
exactly.
Yeah.
6 is too less.
I think we needed a little more score because we almost had like 50-run lead, and if we would have managed a target of maybe 175 or something, then it would have been a little competitive. And the problem with our bowling was we were desperate. We had to try to go for the wickets, and that's why I think the bowlers kept missing the line and length as well a few times. But the Australian, that's one credit. They kept hitting the right areas every ball. Hazelwood, he just came in, and his first ball was an absolute peach. It was unplayable. So yeah, that was a problem.
Did Stark bowl today?
Stark bowled, but he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stark bowled,
I
but
felt-
he didn't get a wicket because yeah, he was bowling. Like he was bowling good, but they were playing also
Normally.
conservative to start. But you cannot play Hazelwood conservative because he keeps bowling at same length, but just line is completely little different from each and every ball.
Yes.
He's very accurate with his bowling.
Yeah.
We saw him in ODIs too. He was very accurate. He got Virat Kohli's wicket couple of times.
And I felt sad for Stark actually, because we were like, Hazelwood got 5 wicket, all Cummins got 4.
But
Stark
he got
was
a
the only
5 wicket.
bowler who bowled and
He
didn't
got
get
a-
a wicket in that.
He got a 5 wicket haul in the first innings, I think.
Who?
Hazelwood?
Stark.
No, Stark.
He got 4 wickets, I think.
Four,
He got
four,
four.
yeah.
He got four.
Yeah, he got
Yeah,
4.
and that's why when our tail came, Tim Payne still continued with Hazelwood and Cummins. So I felt bad for Stark that he wasn't given a go. But yeah. Right. Sandeep Kumar says KL, Mayank Agarwal, Pujara, Shubman Gill, Rahane, Pant, Jadeja, Ashwin, Umesh Yadav, Bumrah, Shami.
Or
Right. He's picking KL Rahul over Prithvi Shaw and Shubman Gill as that's the lineup we would go with. Right.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with it.
Shriyari
You
says
also see that he's picking up Pant over Saha, which is another interesting, and I would also go with that because Pant has the ability to score
Fine,
runs quickly. He could have scored some 20-40 runs today instead of where we got all out in 36. Saha doesn't look that confident in outside India.
See,
I don't
this
know
is
why.
what
I don't know why did Pant was Pant was left outside. I don't know for what reason. He had scored 100.
considering considering
Go
it
ahead,
was an off day, do you think that India should make so many changes, or do you think they should show a little more faith considering that we had a bad session? Or do you think that these wholesome changes are required?
Well, they have to make one change anyways. Kohli is gone, so they have to get someone
Yeah.
in. But I think they should, try replacing Shaw. They should back him. Yeah, he is still young. He has the talent, no doubt. But now the focus should be to win the Test match or at least draw the Test series. So I think they'll have to make the change to get Shaw out, and then maybe if we win two matches, and then we can try getting Shaw in later.
Yes.
I think we should give Prithvi Shaw more opportunities in tests which are in India first before taking him in going, because playing in New Zealand, playing in Australia is never easy. So I think he should be given more opportunities in the tests in India right now. I think is England coming to India, or are we going to England?
Yes,
England's
England is
coming
coming to India
England
or
is coming
Dubai.
to India.
Yeah, so I think that's when you can give him an opportunity. But yeah, Shri Hari says punt over Saha for the second test, especially because he's the only batsman in the team who's ready to take risks. We lacked intent
Yes.
today. Yeah, that's a fair point.
That's the correct point. Pant is the only one I see. In the whole this thing. Except Kohli, if you see, Kohli has scored. He's in a good touch, but just because he doesn't score 100, people in India think that he's not in good touch. Whenever Kohli's 100 comes, he's in form.
Standards.
So except
Standards.
Kohli,
He
I
was-
think Pant is the only one who will score runs quickly, and he'll play with the good intent. Maybe his temperament is
And
not
he was
that great.
unfortunate.
Yeah,
Right.
good.
Yeah, I'll
And I
back
think
Pant
Virat was a
too.
little unfortunate. He usually scores 100 in Adelaide and he missed out in the first innings.
Thanks to Rahane.
What do you think? Do you think India will be able to bounce back? Because look, if Virat was still in the series and if he had continued playing, then I'm sure that in the second test he would be pumped up, and the whole team, when Kohli gets that energy to the team, even on the field, be it in T20 or even in Test match, he gets that fire in the eyes of these players. Do you think that he will be a huge miss? I'm talking about the captaincy, not about his batting. Do you think that Rahane will be able to turn it over?
Well, we don't know about that. We haven't really seen Rahane as a captain in tests, and I think India has a lot to learn from this test. And if they have to bounce back, they have to come strong back in the second test, and they have to make some change, of course. And I would back Rishabh Pant to take over Saha, of course. And yeah.
Rishi, go ahead.
So yeah, I think India will bounce back for sure. Not if not in second test, but at least in third and fourth test. With the coming of Rohit Sharma inside the squad. But I think Rahane also will do a good job. He has done well. If we had seen the second practice test match,
Right.
so second practice test was decent. Only if India would have really bowled little better on the second day, maybe India would have won it. Inside the second session itself. So yeah, Rahane is a good captain, but then I think the Kohli's energy which he brings in the team, that is unmatchable. That nobody can get it.
Yes.
But India still has a chance to win. We should not go down. One test match doesn't show what this team is. This team was the number one, and it is still the number one, I believe. One bad day, one half an hour bad we had, which we already had in World Cup, and many a time half an hour.
We have that.
One half an hour has to
happens.
be there.
Yeah, exactly. Be it the World Cup or the Champions Trophy, till that stage we play amazing and we'll be the favorites to win everything. But then that moment, it keeps happening. Is that a concern? Do you think that's just bad luck, or do you think there is something going wrong there?
No, it's not. It's not a concern. As far as India is concerned, they are a class team, and they should believe that first of all. And this happens to everyone, even RCB. We all know what happened to them. This doesn't mean they are a bad team. They are all a class sides, and they are the number one
Bro,
team.
they haven't won an IPL, bro. How can you say they're not a bad team?
Let's stay away from RCB.
Let's keep this outside.
It's a very sensitive topic for me.
Controversial.
We are the number one team and best team on paper. So, but what I feel went wrong is we played like we were trailing in second innings, not like we had the lead. If we had played like we had the lead, then we had been more confident and given the bowlers a tough time. But they are still a class team.
I agree, because it's my opinion. What I thought was we were the better side in the first day and the second day, but that half an hour period we got absolutely destroyed, and there was no coming back from that. So I think that we are playing decent, except that if you don't count that, yes, because of that we lost the test, but I don't expect that to repeat again in the second, third, and the fourth test. So I think India still got it in their hands. And Kohli's batting will be a big miss, but we know that we have got champions in our team who can step up and score big runs. So yeah, I think India will bounce back. Right.
Well,
Let's end it.
Okay, who do you think? Who do you think will take the second test?
I'm going for India again.
Yeah,
Australia.
I'll go with India only.
I want India to win, but then again,
So Soman is the
After
problem. He told Australia in the last match and we lost. Like
Yeah.
Soman, get him out of the show, Soman. What do you think, Rishi? Do you think India bounce back? Rishi, do you think India will bounce back in the second test?
I think India should bounce back. Really, it'll be a pleasing thing to watch. We are big fans of India, and we'll always wish that India wins. But this is cricket. We cannot tell anything. Today we lost. Might be tomorrow. Next match, we'll beat Australia with an innings leader. That's something to just say. But then, this is cricket. Anything can happen any day.
Exactly, and especially when two super teams, best teams in the world, compete against each other. And what I thought after the first innings got over, I thought India is in a very good condition, and then that's what is cricket. Half an hour and you're doomed. So yeah, we'll see. Somil goes with an Australia win, and we three are going with an India win. So
I think India's problem is they don't really have an all-rounder. Like you see, their last 4 to 5 players, they can't bat. After
Right.
After Hanuma Vihari or
Virat
Ridhima Shah comes in, they can't bat. So
except Jasprit Bumrah, who is India's number 3, and he is Kohli's replacement.
Actually,
So-
Jasprit Bumrah is, they should actually invest in bowlers. Bowlers doing their role in batting as well. Umesh Yadav is good at hitting, hard hitting, and as we saw Bumrah in the practice test where he scored some runs, quality
55.
runs, and even he survived those 16 balls on the day one, which was very
That
good.
was
We
a
were,
good- that was a
nobody was
good
able
one.
to play.
was
We
crucial.
were not able to play. Mayank was not able to play. Prithvi was not able to play. They were not able to play those defense only, and Bumrah did that job. So I think if India lets their bowlers bat for longer time in the nets, I think India will improve as a whole team. Because if you see that Australia, England, these are the teams which allow their batsmen to bat, and as we saw today, not today, I mean yesterday, that if those bowlers would have got out early, we would have probably got a lead of 100 runs. But then Tim Payne had a partnership with them with about a 40 runs partnership, I think, if I'm not wrong. So
Yeah.
he had that big partnership with them, and that's where the lead went down against India.
Yeah.
All right, so let's wrap up this show. It was unfortunate what happened today. Nobody would have expected this. Even Australia wouldn't have dreamt about this happening. But we've got to move on. There's no Virat Kohli now in the next match. He'll be a big miss. But I don't think that India is number 1 or number 2 right now, only because of Kohli. I think we've got good individuals. So thanks everyone for coming. Thanks Somil, thanks Santosh, and thanks Rishi. It's your first time coming on here, and thanks for coming on. And it was nice to have you, and hopefully we will get you on in the next videos as well. So thanks viewers, thanks for watching, and smash a like on the video. It's very important, and subscribe to the channel for more content, maybe related to football or cricket, so you'll get it here. And subscribe and like the video. It's very important. And you can turn on your channel notifications. You'll get the notifications whenever we are going live or something. And you guys can leave a comment down below as well, letting us know who you think will win the next test and who do you think should be India's opener. So thanks guys. Thanks for coming on. And thanks for watching, guys. And we'll speak to you all soon.
Thank you so much.
all.
Thank you.